What's up, guys? Calorie Kinetics here. This is back for your long-awaited video on calorie calculation. I know a bunch of you have been waiting. This is going to be about starting your own journey. This is going to be split into 3 parts. Number 1 is going to be how to calculate your calories, or what calories you need to maintain your weight. Number 2 is going to be downloading and screen recording the MyFitness Pal app and registering through that and showing you what things you have to enter correctly in order for this to be accurate. And number 3, I'm going to show you an actual example of me logging Desi food and other types of food using the app. So to get into it, the first most important thing you have to do is acknowledge this fact that 3,500 calories is equivalent to 1 pound, right? And what that math actually comes out to per day is 500 calories. That's that magic number. Now, step 1 of incorporating all this is knowing at your current weight, at your current height, how much calories does your body need to keep your weight maintained. So that's, for example, when I started my journey 9 weeks ago, I was 200 pounds. So at 200 pounds, I calculated something called maintenance, which means the calories that, given that I do nothing extra, no exercise, no activity, just continue eating the same, how much I would need to eat in order to maintain my weight at 200 pounds. And then from there you decide if you want to gain weight, you're going to aim to add 500 calories per day to your diet. If you're aiming to lose weight, you're going to have to deduct 500 calories from your diet. And over the course of a week, that adds up to 1 pound. Now the important thing is this equation does not take into account your exercising right now, which is why I'm going to go into it on the assumption that just if you don't exercise, what your goals are going to look like. Now I'll talk about what the exercise is going to be as you, how you need to adjust these calories based off of how much you're going to exercise. So first I'm going to get into, showing you on the screen exactly what calories you need to consume. And you can use MyFitness Pal, but I found, there's a couple of online calculators that are more accurate and they're more precise with each other as well. So I'll show you. There's 3 of them. You can copy and paste the links down below. So the first one is going to be TDEE calculator. So what TDEE stands for is total daily energy expenditure. And this really takes into account how many, how much exercise, etc. you're doing. And so as you see here, it's just tdeecalculator.net, right? So I'm just going to zoom in for your purposes here, all right? So I entered my data, right? 21, weight 200, right? 5'8". Now activity. In order to figure out your maintenance calories, meaning what you need to consume in order to just weigh the same amount as you are, you should put it as sedentary, because if you put in any form of exercise or intensity, it's going to alter the equation. And most of us, honestly, are students, and so we don't have active jobs. Active job would be like a mailman, right? Or mailwoman, like walking around consistently. We don't do that. We just go to class, we sit, every now and then the gym. Don't factor the gym in right now. So if I do that, body fat percentage is not necessarily needed right now. So when I calculate that, I get the following numbers, right? So it says 2,264 calories per day. The weekly calories is not really necessary. Now, what I like about this over here is it shows me that how my calories are going to change based off of the type of exercise I do. And the pattern you'll see is the more exercise you do, the more calories you eat, right? And that's because your body burns calories and you don't want to be in such an extreme deficit of calories that your body thinks it's starving. That's bad for you. So the more you exercise, the more you actually need to eat to compensate, to make your body think you're eating that amount, right? And then it tells me different formulas, and down here is the important part about macronutrients. What are macronutrients? Macronutrients are carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. You absolutely need to know these, how much you're consuming, because these really are the main contributors to your body weight, body size, lean mass, etc. If you don't know these, then your diet's going to be very hard to meet, right? As an example, I could eat 2,000 calories but not get 170 grams of protein, right? And in that case, I'm not going to build strength because I'm not having protein. Now, you may ask, hey, why do these grams matter? Well, protein and carbs, each per 1 gram of carbs or protein, 4 calories are calculated, right? Each one burns 4 calories. Fats burns 9 calories per gram. So essentially if you were to multiply 170 times 4, 88 times 9, and 198 times 4, you would get a total of 2,264. So these macros actually add up to the total number of calories. And the other important thing here is that it shows whether it's cutting or bulking. Now at maintenance, you see I'm at 2,224. If I'm going to cut, a healthy amount to cut is a pound per week. 500 calorie deficit per day. Look at that. So the total is going to be 1,764 calories per day, and it also accordingly split up my macronutrients. So it's very easy. It does it for you if you don't know. And again, this is not taking into account exercise here. Calculate it on a sedentary level and then move from there. All right. Now, just to show you that this is not just one website that does this, I pulled up another one, calculator.net, right? And this one, again, I put in the same metrics, and if I calculate my body, right, maintain weight, 2,264 calories, right? And again, it gives me all the different ones. If I want a mild weight loss, 2,014 calories. If I want 1 pound per week, 1,764. And I particularly like this because it gives you a little more detail on exercise and how additional exercise can alter it. All right. So with that being said, I would say go to this website, all right, calculate the total number of, enter in your information, be honest with yourself, okay? Don't over or underestimate your body weight, measure it and know what it is. Best time is, in the morning, right after you use the bathroom, whatever, before any water or eating, just enter this and it's gonna tell you, all right? And then from here, we're gonna switch on to MyFitness Pal, but right before, I'll show you what I calculated from MyFitness Pal. All right, so what we got from MyFitness Pal was the following. I put in 200 pounds, current weight 200 pounds, height 5'8", goal weight 165. Now on MyFitness Pal, your goal weight is just think about how much weight you want to lose, 10, 15 pounds, 20. For me, I know there was a time I was 165 pounds and I want to get back to that. So if there was a time that you were skinnier or you want to go back to that or you used to weigh more, then go back to that, all right? So 165 pounds, and then again, sedentary is very important on MyFitnessPal for now because what you're going to realize is MyFitnessPal does something called net calories, which means calories that include exercise. So I'll show you that in a minute. So right now I clicked sedentary, and then what is your goal? Just for showing purposes, I said maintain my current weight, just to see what the number would be compared to everything else. So what we actually get is this number, right? We get 2,150 calories, which again isn't too far off from the 2,260 that I got on that. But it says over here, net calories consumed. Net calories consumed equals total calories consumed minus excess exercise calories burned. So the more you exercise, the more you can eat. Now that's a very tricky thing, right? It's not that if you do 500 calories of exercise, you're going to eat back 500 calories, right? This idea of net calories is not really useful for most of you on this channel who want to lose weight. If this is not taking into account, your calories. So what you're going to do is, if you have 2,150 calories, right? Then let's say you want to lose lose weight 1 pound per week. At this, you're going to be losing 1 pound. I'm going to be maintaining my weight. All right, so I'll show you what it looks like if you want to, let's say, lose some weight, right? So if I'm going to go back to this counter and I click lose 1 pound per week, which is very healthy. So you're going to lose 1 pound per week. It's showing me 1,650 calories. All right, so that's a 500 calorie deduction from what it was my maintenance. Okay, and again, this is net calories. So this is what you'll lose without any exercise whatsoever. If you do exercise, you have two options. You either eat it back, in which case you add up again to 1,650, right? And that means you're just going to lose 1 pound per week. Or you do more exercise, but you don't eat that back. And if you don't eat it back, what that actually means is you're going to be losing more weight, okay? You're going to lose faster than 1 pound per week. But be careful, because lifting weights and stuff does actually not burn that much calories. Cardio burns, so make sure you can hook up your fitness trackers. So with this being said, let's move on to the second portion of the video, which is going to be using MyFitnessPal, and I'm going to show that through screen recording. So you're going to want to open up MyFitness Pal, which is going to be pretty much the same on Android and iPhone. Click sign up with email or Facebook, whatever works for you. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to click maintain weight, just so that we can all see what we have to eat currently to maintain and then adjust accordingly. Now this is very important. In this section here, you have to hit not very active / sedentary, because most of us do not. We're students, we sit at home, we don't really exercise, and it's going to impact your calories by a lot. So put not very active unless you're like a mailman or something like that. Alright, enter in your information. I'm just going to put in a random thing. Okay, enter my zip code. Perfect. Enter my height and weight. Now make sure these are accurate. You don't want to overestimate your weight or underestimate it. Stand on a scale, do it early morning, and know your weight, and that's going to be your accurate assessment. Okay, so I'm going to enter. Alright, so this is telling me my daily goal is going to be 2,260 calories, which is pretty good, considering that's what I entered on the online website, right? So start tracking now. Okay, and this is going to be maintenance at 30 days, alright? So, this just as a trial. From here, you want to go into goals, alright? And once you get into goals, remember, enter your starting weight, current weight, goal weight. So let's say I want to put, I don't want to maintain weight. I want to lose 1 pound per week. Now, as I said, 3,500 calories is 1 pound. 1 pound is very healthy. So either do 0.5 or 1, but not anything else, because it's going to be too extreme. Or if you want to gain 1 pound per week. So if you want to lose 1 pound, set that. Okay, activity level, set it to not very active. This is bugging out a little, so let's do that again. So I'm going to change this. Let's say I want to go to 173 and I want to lose 1 pound per week. Again, just keep those checked. Alright, so that's going to set my calories. It'll adjust automatically 1760. Now, as for macros, you can Another thing I wanted to show you was you can connect if you scroll all the way down, well, this is just like all of their random stuff out here. But if you go here, you can kind of you can connect your step counter, and it'll automatically connect your phone onto the app, and it'll help you calculate your steps and exercise, whatever you do. If you don't do exercise but you do steps lost per day, and just factor that into the exercise. So yeah, moving on to the third part, let's check out how it's going to look. What I'm going to show you is MyFitness Pal. So it's 2,210 calories, and I'm just going to show you the basics of how to use it. So the first thing you always have to do is click on that dot, okay, and you're going to enter food. Now, food is categorized into breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. I do distinguish between, so if I eat a Greek yogurt, I'll put it in snacks, but just put it in. So breakfast, right? Let's say I want to eat eggs. Now, this is a pretty cool app in that you have multiple ways. You can search up the exact name. So for example, if I have Roland Dairy eggs, MyFitness Pal has hundreds of thousands of things in the database. So you can either type it or you can directly click on this thing and scan the barcode. So I'll show you two ways, right? The first one is going to be Roland Dairy. Look at that. It showed up, extra large eggs. All right, I'll click on it and it'll show me the exact breakdown, 10 grams, 14 grams of protein, right? Now, that's based off of, the serving size. So always remember to adjust the serving size. One of them is, the serving size is 1. Okay, so if I do that, it comes out to 80 calories and 7 grams. And if I show you this destroyed egg carton, zoom in, it says 80 calories and 7 grams of protein. So it's pretty accurate. So actually most of these items in ShopRite, Walmart, wherever you're gonna buy, they're pre-recorded. The other option is you click on this barcode thing, if I can find it, and you scan the barcode, all right? So it's right here. I'm gonna scan it. Would you look at that? It showed up exactly there. So as you see, it's pretty easy and simple to log. Now you may be wondering, hey Hamza, that's great and all, but I don't always eat food that can be recorded. MyFitnessPal has it, all right? Like, for example, are you a chicken biryani fan? Look at that. Homemade chicken biryani, right? And it's actually pretty accurate. What you can do is search up biryani, and you'll see different types of options: biryani mutton, chicken pea, biryani, veg biryani. So oftentimes what happens is, I'm not sure because the calories seem weird, go to Google and just check. Type in chicken biryani Pakistan calories. You'll find 3 or 4 different ones. Compare and see, hey, does the MyFitnessPal make sense? And I'm assuring you this, 90% of the time, it's very accurate. So today I have with me some chicken halim, right? And let's figure out how we're going to calculate what I eat with chicken halim, all right? So I'm going to type in exactly, my mom uses National Quick Cook Halim, so I'm going to do that. National Quick Cook. Okay, it showed up. National Quick Cook Halim. Now, let's say this is where this scale comes in handy. It's available on Amazon. I think it was $13. Very handy. I have 2, one here and one at the dorms. So you just put it on. All right. You zero the scale. Okay. 0 means so that it doesn't account for the weight of the plate anymore. It's just going to be whatever the food is, and you do this after putting it on. So I have to zero this again, and then let's say I want to eat some halim. Now let's say I keep just dumping chicken halim. All right. Alright, well that's just, you're probably wondering, like, hey Hamza, how many calories of halim is that? Well, let's find out. Over here it says, you can come over here and show them, 50 grams, and what I'm going to do is go over here and edit the serving size. So I'm going to do number of servings, 50 grams. So if I do 50, it's going to be 143 calories, 32.9 grams of carb, 1.4 grams fat, and 7.1 grams of protein. And once I click add, it's going to deduct whatever I ate from my total calories and tell me how much I have left. Okay, you can. As you see, MyFitnessPal is very simple to use. If you have any questions, let me know. This video was just covering the basics, and what I urge everyone to do is log your calories for a week. Just see what you're doing. And I'm not an avid fan of being crazy about logging everything, but a lot of us, the reason we are overweight or underweight is we don't give attention to what we eat. So we may be severely overestimating or severely underestimating. So what I want you to do is just use this, calculate what your calories are, and go 1 week and figure out what you're going to do. And the cool part is you can tailor accordingly. So calculate your maintenance, all right, step 1. Step 2, figure out what your goal is. A healthy goal is to lose 1 pound per week. or gain 1 pound per week. That's going to be additional 500 calories, okay? So put that into your diet. Step 3 is going to be, you're going to, count your calories, register everything. Don't let anything go with the benefit of the doubt. Just know how much you're eating, okay? And then exercise accordingly. If you're gaining, right? If you want to gain 1 pound per week, but you have a fast metabolism, you exercising means that you're not going to gain weight because your body's burning off what you're eating faster. So you're going to need to eat more in order to beat your metabolism. On the other hand, if you want to lose more than 1 pound per week but not eat so less, you can exercise more. Adding exercise on top of diet will help you reduce weight faster. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. I hope you liked the video and enjoyed it. Comment below if you like or something else you would like to see. Keep grinding, Calorie Kinetics.